Dr. Lowe, Charlotte Breitigam. My patient is Jose Gonzalez, who has had a series of strokes over the last 6 months and is dealing with memory and attention problems. His arms and legs, his physical strength is fine. He just can't remember to do things. His paperwork also said that he is a bit clumsy and he has trouble turning the pages of a book. So I wanted to create a communication book for him that would be easy for him to hold and to turn at that and would help him to communicate. I chose a book over a board because this is something that he can hold on to. I laminated the pages so they're thick enough, and I tabbed things so that he can grab onto it. And it's color-coded to help with his memory. In case he forgets, he can just look right here and everything is laid out for him. The paperwork says that he responds to some simple written directions well, so that's why I decided to create a book. He was also an engineer before he was retired, and so I chose this black binder. Thought maybe it'd be reminiscent of his work days. So let me show you my book. It says Mr. Gonzalez, and I put a picture of him on here from his hiking days to inspire him, to maybe comfort him. It's kind of like I combine this as a memory book, also a few pages, because I think oftentimes when you're in a nursing facility, you lose your identity, and it's important for people to see what kind of person you are before you had your strokes. So the first page, as you can see, it will be about me. So actually, first page is a table of contents, so people can look and see where things are. He could take this book to him to the different therapies like physical therapy, occupational therapy, and people can look at the table of contents for a quick glance of how to get around. So the first tab says About Me, and this first page is a quick way for people to learn about Mr. Gonzalez. So it says, I'm 66 years old, I'm a retired engineer, I had a series of strokes 6 months ago. I now have a hard time remembering and paying attention. Please get my attention before speaking to me. Please give me extra time to respond, or respond best to simple written directions. So, and then this section, there's 3 pages. And so since there are 3 pages, I tabbed the pages. So to eliminate any confusion, he can see 1, 2, 3. So, and he can grab this. He's not going to have to turn the pages, although these pages are pretty thick, and I think he could do fine with that. So you can grab that tab. This page is more about me. I'm a father. This is my son David. I'm a brother. This is my brother Byron. Byron and David come to see Mr. Gonzalez often, and so I included them in his book so that he could look at them. This is my hobbies are hiking, cycling, watching soccer with my friends. Again, I included some photos so that Mr. Gonzalez could look at that, maybe be inspiring, motivate, or comforting. So the next section, which is the blue section, is wants and needs. And so again, he can grab this, and I attached this page to the tabbed page so that it could open flat and it could lay flat in front of him. So the top page is wants and needs. So he has things like I'm thirsty, I need the nurse, I'm hungry, I need the doctor, I want a snack, I need a sweater, some real basic, simple things. I wanted to start out really basic and simple and include text and pictures whenever I could. This page has I feel lonely, I feel sad, maybe some things that he may want to communicate to the nurse or doctor once he communicates that he needs them. Also down here, he could take this with him to physical therapy. It says, I feel strong, I feel weak, I'm so-so, I'm okay. It also could say, He could point to, I don't know. Could you repeat, please? I'm confused. That way, when he's talking with one of the professionals, he can remember what he wants to say and point to it. And again, I wanted to come to include pictures wherever I could. So the next tab is social phrases. So his paperwork said that he wants to engage in conversation and initiate conversations or greetings, but he has a hard time going past that, or he forgets what he wants to say. So I put down some common phrases here for him to look at that would be able to prompt him. He could go to this page, he could have it open, and on the left side is everyday greetings. This is phrases that he could use with people that he lives with in the nursing facility. And so there are phrases like, good morning, how was work, you look nice today, how are you today, it's great to see you, how's your family? And then on the other side, it was more things that he would communicate when he sees his brother and his son. He could talk to them about the soccer game, how's the gang at the pub, I miss cycling and hiking, how's our team doing? So this is more like fringe phrases over here, things that are more pertain to his friends and family if they came to visit that he could remember. Okay, and then the next tab is an alphabet and number page. Again, whoops, here we go. We open it like this, and again, it's attached so that it would open like this. This page you could also use in a therapy session. Did I give it alphabets and numbers? Yeah. So he could. Oh, I put this one in wrong. Let me see. That's why I was confused. I knew this wasn't right. Okay, here's my alphabet and numbers. Okay, alphabets and numbers. So that would open like this. And so if he was trying to communicate something, he couldn't remember the word, he could point to one of the letters. And what I think is great about these laminated pages is you can use markers on them during therapy. He could even practice writing. So it's a question, I have a question, starts with. Also on the numbers page, you could do like dollar signs if he was talking about money, and then it just wipes off so that you can use it again. So I think that's really cool. So you could use it in therapy that way, teach numbers. Okay, so that section, there's alphabets and numbers, and the last section is vocab that I created. And the reason it was out, because I wanted to show you that you can take this page out and combine it with these two, like if you were in a session therapy, and then he could say things like, I want, and then point to the first letter of the word, this or that, yes or no, some real basic vocabulary here for him. Stop, maybe, I'm not sure. So, or simply go, I want to go. Why? You could also use this in therapy. I heard that you had visitors today who came to visit you. So there's a lot of different ways to use this page. So that's the communication book for Mr. Gonzalez. Also in his paperwork, it said the physical therapists were a little baffled because they know that he's physically able to use his arms and legs. He's just not doing that. So I thought that maybe by creating some sequence cards that this would help him. It says stand up, move your right foot forward, move left foot forward, repeat, you're walking. So we could see if a visual reminder would help him, give him the step-by-step directions, and also since they're interested in him learning his acts of daily living so that he can go home, I created this one for him to how to brush his teeth to see if this could help him start taking care of his acts of daily living. I also think that I would try like a Big Mac or a Big Button or one of those so you could record simple directions. And the paperwork said that he doesn't respond the best with auditory input, but perhaps auditory input along with visual, step-by-step directions. This would help him be able to start taking care of some of the things he needs to learn so that he can go home. So that's my communication book. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to your feedback. It was a really interesting project, and I'm sure it's kind of a fluid thing. I'm sure as soon as I would present this to him, I would see things that I would need to change right away or add. But I look forward to actually using a communication book in the future. Thank you, Dr. Lowe.